What I'd like to show you next then is how to access the learning management system known as Angel. A learning management system is nothing more than a website that's going to facilitate education. It's a way for your instructor and you to communicate, interact. I guess we could call it an interface. Now, here's one way to get at it. If you go to my.cuw.edu, I imagine you've all been here before because this is how you would register for classes. If you can't access My, then you probably can't access Angel, and then you're really not going to be able to do anything in this class because everything for this class, including assignments, you're going to find there, and you'll submit them there. So you really need to have access here. So we'll find out later and make sure you do. Now the problem is if you don't, I can't directly help you because this system is handled by Concordia's IT support department. And that's not me. We're academic IT. We also have an IT department here that supports, although the computer science department runs their own network, we don't have anything to do with Angel or other kinds of things. Okay? So you'll notice here it says, need help logging in? Contact the IT help desk. There's a phone number. Yeah, There's an email message. Or when you come into the university at the main entrance, when you walk down the hallway to where things split and there's a stairway to go up to the library, right at the bottom of the stairway there is a glass door that says Information Technology. That's not us. That's IT support. You can go in there and get some help too. Okay? Now, for most of you, when you connect to Angel, you're going to type in your username, which is almost universally your F00 number. Now, if you look, that's not mine, because I'm special. But yours, I'm sure, is F00 and then 6 more digits. Okay? Your password is whatever you were assigned by the IT support department, which you can change, because they're always ugly, horrible passwords, right? All right. If you forget how to log in, there used to be, change your password. Students and adjunct faculty, and click right here, and it'll prompt you for some things, and send something to your email on record, and yada, yada, yada. Once you log in or connect to my.cuw, by the way, people will call this the portal. And as an IT person, you understand that a portal is just a web front end. It's just a way to authenticate once and then have access to a bunch of different resources. So this is how you would register for classes under the Student Services tab. Under the registration tools, you can do a degree evaluation. You could check your financial aid. You could see if you have any tickets. You will not have a faculty tab, but there's lots of other stuff. Now, up here, you'll see a button that says Angel. By the way, we have 2 different learning management systems, Angel and Blackboard Learn. The school is trying to transition into Blackboard Learn, which would be better if it actually worked, but it doesn't work. So, anyway. Click on the Angel. You will not have to log in again because you've already authenticated. And then you'll be at the Angel home page. Now, what you will see, likely, is you will see a listing of all the courses that you are both enrolled in and have an Angel presence for. This is 2015-30. That's CUW speak for the spring semester of the 2015 academic year, which began last fall. Now, you are not taking 12 courses. That's how many I'm teaching, so you see them there. So you'll probably see 1, 2, or 3 at most. So you look for the one that says Foundations of Information Technology, CSC 505. You select that, and now you'll be at the home page of CSC 505. I'm going to change this so it looks exact. I see some places things a little different than you. And now here we are. Welcome. I said that already. Course meets Thursdays, yada, yada, yada. Now, there are 3 tabs here that you'll likely reference a lot. The one that you'll reference most often is Lessons. It says right here, begin with the Lessons tab or click here. I'm just going to go to the Lessons tab. Now, what you're going to see, first of all, here's the syllabus. Here's all the information about CSE 505. Please read it. It's really exciting. This talks a little bit about the course capture, and I'll show you that in a minute. There are 4 units of the course. You can only see Unit 1. That's by design. And then there's this course discussion thread. If you want to communicate with each other, if you want to communicate with me, send me an email message. You want to say something general about the class or ask other questions to other students and don't know exactly how, go ahead and do that. I don't usually monitor that, so students just sort of yap away whatever you want to, and that's fine. Here's Unit 1. When you drill down into Unit 1, you're going to notice there's some stuff here. These are the assignments. Day 1 and Day 2 are just placeholders. By the way, this is Day 1, translation, January 29, 2015. And if you dare to scroll down, you'll see here's the stuff for Day 2. These are assignments. When you start counting, you say there are a few of them. You're right. Welcome to graduate school. The first thing I want you to do is a quiz. This is really simple. Its purpose is really just to get into Angel and see how quizzes work and other kinds of things. It says, first I want you to read this, and then I want you to take that quiz. Now, notice something. When I jump into the quiz, I'm not going to start because then the instructor takes a quiz, it gets all hung up. Okay. Don't click on Begin Now until you're ready, because you notice it says you got 10 minutes. Now, it wouldn't really take you that long. It's only worth 5 points. There might be 4 questions in there or something like that. It's not hard. It's not burdensome. I just want to make sure you read that and then take this quiz. It'll just help you see, here's how some online things work on Angel. Okay? So do that. Assignment Unit 1B, really tough one. I want you to introduce yourself to me and everybody else. This will get you used to doing the discussion threads. I know you've posted things online, but of course every system is a little bit different. So you look at, what do I do? What do I do? Well, see this button that says New Post? Select that, type away. There'll be Submit after you start it, and you'll just sort of see how things work. Okay? So tell me your name, tell me a little bit about yourself, and so it goes. Assignment Unit 1C is the one I told you about beforehand. Carefully read Chapter 0 in Computer Science and Overview. Now, don't panic if you don't have it, because I've included parts of what you need online here at Angel. Which of the attributes of algorithms listed in the figure are most important to an IT professional as opposed to a computer science professional? Explain why. So you would say, of these 7, the following are more important. For example, the application of algorithms, and here's why. Okay? This isn't an easy question. You're not going to find the answer in the text. Brookshire does not say, these 3 or these 4 or these 29 are they. You have to come up with the answer. Think about what I said is the difference between CS and IT. There's a little bit more here. Now, to solve this problem, you need to write a document. And when you read about CSE 505, you'll discover that I like you to use either Microsoft Word, or if you don't use Word, at least save it in Word-compatible format. If you use Pages, I'd have no idea why. If you use OpenOffice or something, that's fine. Just save it as a .doc, .docx, okay? And then upload it. It's not obvious how to do that. Submit, upload, blah, blah, but I'll tell you in About CSE 505. I tell you in the About how to go about this. When you're all done, you just double check. If you see it listed here, then I can see it. If you think you've uploaded it, but you don't see it as a file attachment here, I can't see it either. Okay. So you'll create a document in your favorite word processor, save it as, okay, if you can't do .doc, save it as a PDF, but I don't want anything besides those 2. Microsoft Word, PDF, upload it here, and you're done. Now you're saying, well, what's this? What 20 points? Each of the homework assignments are worth a certain number of points. That quiz was worth 5. This is worth 4 times that. Yeah, it's 4 times the effort, to be sure. Now, when is it due? Well, this is day 1. You need to submit it before next Tuesday. That is, by next Monday at midnight. Now, I'll show you how to figure that out in just a sec. Question. Oh! I'm sorry, folks. I teach 3 nights a week. I don't even know what the heck day this is. Okay, this is Thursday. Thank you. Thank you. It's due before next Thursday, the next time we meet. See, didn't I tell you I was going to make a mistake? I told you that. Good. I feel better. Glad I made a mistake. Thank you for catching me. Don't feel badly about that. I'm not perfect. Okay. Before next Thursday, that'd be next Wednesday at midnight. And again, I'll show you in just a second how to figure that out. Oh, why don't I show you now? There's no secret here. See this other tab? It's called Calendar. When I select this, I'll notice, oh, January, here, look, see, I would have looked here first. I would have known today was Thursday, right? Okay. Here it is. You know what? I've assigned 4 things for you this evening. I know you can't see it. It's just because of the resolution on my monitor. Here's Assignment Unit 1C, Assignment Unit 1D, Assignment Unit 1A, Assignment Initial Quiz. Where's 1B? Did I make a mistake again? Not on there. Well, okay. I'll get it on there. There's actually 5 things for today. Now you're saying, well, when do they due? Well, they're due in February. I can't see February. You're right. Select Next. Now, do not panic. And what you're going to see here is I've already put down some things for 1B isn't for next time, is it? No. Okay. 1B is not on there. I've already shown you some things that will not be assigned until next Thursday. Some people like to get ahead. Good for you. I'm not going to show you the entire course because then you just panic. Okay. So if you want to get ahead, you got those all done. Want to get ahead? You can do that, to be sure. Now, the other thing to notice is of the actually 5 things that I'm going to assign you this time, only 4 of them will be due before next class meeting. There's another one that you'll have 2 weeks on. You'll notice the same thing here. Many of the ones assigned Thursday are due in a week, but there's actually a couple, one that you'll have 2 weeks and one that you'll actually have 3 weeks to do. When we get there, you'll see why that is. Notice the pattern, though. Homework is due before Thursday. You could submit it when you're done. You don't have to wait till Wednesday. That's when it's due. You can submit it on Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, but it needs to be submitted before Wednesday at midnight. Thank you. All right, back to the Lessons tab. Unit 1, Day 1. We did ABC. By the way, if you don't have your text yet, here is a little bit of the text that I was authorized to copy and put online for you. This is not the full and complete Chapter 0. It's the text around the figure. Now, you might have, oh gosh, it even says Gary Locklear right there. It might be helpful to read more, but again, it's not like Brookshire says anywhere, here's the answer to Locklear's question, because he doesn't, okay? If you don't have the book yet, this is enough to get you started. This will help you understand this figure. Investigate Java programming. I want you to read Chapter 1 in the coding text. It's on Java programming. In addition, I want you to supplement that with some online reference material. And I've listed some things here. Code Academy, Compile Online. I want you to create a very simple Java program. the one that everybody does first, hello world, and then modify it. Now, in order to do that, you would either need a Java interpreter on your machine, or you'd have to know how to get to Java via your browser. I don't want you to worry about that. There's this really nice website, Compile Online, that will allow you to type in code in various languages, and it'll interpret it for you. So if you type in correct Java, you'll hit run, and it'll say, here you go, here's the output. Now, if you've programmed in Java before, you're saying, that's easy. If you haven't, you're going to say, ow! Right. Okay? So again, I want to make sure everybody's kind of at the same level. If you're concerned that this is a course and a curriculum all about programming, let me allay your fears. It's not. You have to do some programming as an IT professional, but our primary task is not programming. In our curriculum, you'll take one course, the 35 course, that forces you to do a lot of programming. But that's it. We do not become full-time programmers. But again, IT professionals, if you've ever written a macro, if you've ever written a spreadsheet formula, if you've ever written a script, you've programmed. You've programmed. So I'm going to ask you, and then read the rest of this. Okay? Now, here's the deal. After experimenting with Java and carefully rereading the chapter, take the quiz online here at Angel. Will I know if you actually did this, went to compile? No, I won't know that. Okay. But I think it's going to be really helpful before you do the quiz. Again, don't start. It's worth 10 points. There are 8 questions or something like that. You have a time limit, 10 minutes. Don't do the following. Don't sit down, pull up quiz 1D, open to chapter 1, and then hit begin. You're never going to find the answers to the questions unless you've read this one time, right? Okay? It's not going to work. You only have 10 minutes. So you had to have read it once and have a general feeling for Java, and that will come from doing that tiny program. And then you select begin, and then you do it. Okay? I was going to show you something else. No, that's fine with the quizzes. Okay. All right. So A, B, C, D, and initial quiz. I'm giving you 5 things today. They're all due before next time. The one that you're not seeing is this one here, and that's just my mistake. I just didn't get it. I didn't get it set up right. I'll fix it. Okay. Now, if you want to, you can look ahead. These are the things but I'm going to talk about these next time. Okay. But if you run out of things to do and you want to look at stuff, great. Okay. So, lessons tab primarily. We're in Unit 1. You're saying, where's Unit 2? I'm not going to show you until we get there. We saw the calendar tab, lessons tab, one other tab. Now you can look at all of them, it's fine. And that's the resources tab. Do you see this channel that says Panopto Content? Panopto is the system that we use for course casting. It's my microphone. What it's doing is if I have the webcam on, it's taking video, it's taking audio, it's capturing everything on the screen, everything that's being displayed, etc. So then you can review that if you so desire. I'm going to encourage you. I'm going to really encourage you to, when you get home on your own machine, connect to Angel and see if you can access this. You know how it is. Different browsers behave differently. Okay? And even though you don't need to rehear this unless you like the sound of my voice or you're an insomniac and you can't go to sleep without me talking to you, but just start it up and make sure it works. And by the way, it's, you know, this is a computer. It's random access. You can jump around. Actually, the system will allow you to search for a keyword on a slide and jump right there. Wait a minute. When he said information, what was that? Type it in. You'll find it. All right. It's kind of nice, and I'm going to encourage you to, if you need to, there it is, review that stuff. Okay? All right. Does anybody have a question right now on either Angel or any of these initial assignments? Not yet. And absolutely, if you have questions, ask me. Now, you already heard, I'm not going to do it for you. But if the question is, I don't understand what needs to be done, I will absolutely answer that. In order to contact me, send me an email message. I'm happy to meet with you in person, but I need to warn you. I'm responsible for 12 courses. I have 134 advisees, and I actually do have a life outside of Concordia. Sometimes students come here at 11 at night expecting me to be here. No, I'm here until 10, then I'd like to go home too. So I'd be happy to meet with you, but we've got to set an appointment. Okay, so send me an email. I need to talk to you, and I'll tell you the times, etc. Or send me an email message and tell me what the question is, and I'll respond that way. Okay? All right. And I'm sorry I won't text or iMessage with you. Sorry, email is how we do it. Anything else about Angel or the assignments for right now? Lots of help with Angel, assuming you could get in, right? The help here doesn't do you any good if you can't get into Angel. But if you're wondering, oh my gosh, how does the discussion thread work? We're taking quizzes, what do I do? There it is. Okay. Oh, I forgot to post that. I'll do this. What we're going to do next is I'm going to, you know what? No, I'm not going to. What we're going to do next is, on campus, folks, we're going to go next door into our main computer lab, S114D. If you've seen other labs on our campus, if you've taken a tour, you probably haven't seen the ones in the computer science area because typically tours don't come in here. I don't think they know there's an interior hallway here either. If you've wandered around the campus, you've seen a number of computer laboratories, but we have a specific one for CS and IT majors. It's next door. Its room number is S114D. Now, a couple interesting things. If you've already peeked in there, you've noticed that the hardware is 27-inch iMac. If you're an Apple zealot, you said, yes. But I need to warn you of something. By default, the machines run Windows. This is all by design. I don't want anybody to feel comfortable. If you're an Apple Mac person, the hardware is going to be very familiar. The system's going to be strange. If you're a Windows-based or a Linux-based person, software may seem similar, but the hardware is going to be a little strange. As a matter of fact, you never used a Mac, you won't even know where the power key is. Okay? So don't let that bother you. That's the whole point. I want everyone to feel a little uncomfortable. IT is not about being an expert. It's about solving problems. And if we just focused on, this is what it does natively, we'd never expand our horizons. Now, if you haven't used Windows before, in order to log in, we have our own network here in the computer science department. This is separate from the network provided by the IT support department. It's separate from my.cuw.edu, angel.cuw.edu. When you log in across the way, this is a separate system. Okay? So the login may be a little different. When you walk up to a machine, you'll see a Windows screensaver on. Press Control-Alt-Delete. You have to hold down those three buttons. Mac people have no idea what we're talking about here. Find the Control key, find the Alt key, find the Delete key, press 3 simultaneously, hold it down, and then the login window will appear. I know you're laughing. You say, everybody, no, everybody knows that.
Well, if you have Macs in there, those keys aren't going to be on.
Yeah, good question. They are, actually. They are. They're in different places. The standard Mac key is called Option, but it is also identified as Alt. There's the Alt/Option key, and you're right. They may not be where you think, so you're right. Okay, this will be fun for everybody. Now it's going to ask you two things, username and password. Your username is your, surprise, CUWID number, F00. That's probably consistent. That's probably the same that you've used in other systems. But remember, this is different. And this is what tricks people. They then want to put in a password that's their password for my or what they did. No, 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 no. Okay, different system. What is your password? Your initial password is your F00 number. So the first time you log in, you will type in your F00 number there as your username, and you will type in, again, exactly the same thing. These are zeros, not O's. People call this the foo number. They're not O's. They're zeros. And by the way, it has to be a lowercase f. Passwords are case sensitive. It has to be a lowercase f. And you know the drill, right? When you start typing this, you're not going to see it. You're going to see dots. Did I type it right? Back up. Do again. F00. Oh, the other thing is, you're going to be reaching over for the numeric keypad. That's not turned on by default on a Mac. And then you're going to look for the numlock key, and there isn't one. Okay? So if you don't know how to turn on the numeric keypad on the Mac to numlock, then just use the numeric keys above the alpha keys. Okay? Why don't I tell you? I'd rather you find out for yourself. Okay? F00. Now, if you've done that right, the next thing you're going to do also fools people because you're going to see an X, a red X. And that sounds bad, right? But when you read it carefully, the system says you must change your password. So then you select OK. And you know the drill, right? Your current password, your new password, repeat your new password. You pick a new password. Now, what many people do is they pick the same password that they use on the other side of campus. Right? That's fine. Okay? Not a problem at all. Pick something you remember because I can't look it up. Right? So you'll have to remember it. Okay? What I'm going to ask you to do then in just a second is to go next door, find a machine you like. They should all be on. I didn't double check this. Jiggle the mouse, press an arrow key. The screensaver is blank the screen, right? So just jiggle the mouse. You'll see a standard Windows login screen. Control-Alt-Delete. F00, F00, change it, and get to the Windows desktop. And then I'm going to ask you to then run whatever browser you like, Internet Explorer or whatever, and try to connect to Angel. I just want to make sure everybody can actually, first of all, I need to do that to make sure you can see it. And then secondly, just so you've pawed around in there for a little bit. Fair enough? Okay. Folks, you can leave your stuff here or take it with you. We're just going to go next door. You can walk around. I'll open this up so we can walk this way.
I do have a question.
Yeah.
Is it possible to get my ID number?
Oh, yes. That would help. I'm sorry. If you don't know your ID number, let me grab that for you.